How y'all catch so breezy? How y'all catch colds down there? It is always between 70 and 80 degrees
Oh,
in
that
the
ain't
winter.
true at all.
Oh, do it get colder than that?
We've had a couple years where it got down into the 30s.
The
Um,
30s?
yeah, it's rare, but we do have years where it'll drop to like 50
The
and
30s?
whatnot. Yeah, we'll have some crazy cold snaps that'll come from up north, and all that cold air from up north gets pushed down south, and we'll have like orange trees die, we'll have apple trees die,
Damn. Shit, I'm
whatnot. But
trying
it
to wear my
just
damn bows outside.
well,
Let 'em up.
most of the northern folks that like to come down to Florida, they like to come down during pretty much the November, December, January, and February months because that's when that's our winter essentially, and then March, April, May, and June is the summer or spring, and then like no, actually June would be our summer start, and then you got June, July, August, September, and that's when all our hurricanes come in that summer.
Mm-hmm.
Our months are weird, man.
Well,
But yeah, we've had a couple times where it dropped down in the like 30s.
damn. Um, this Beats and Bitz podcast. I'm just astounded because your boy was trying to go outside with them Jabos down there in Florida, shit, but that ain't gonna happen. So we in the building, man. EA has altered the deal. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, hold. Whoo. Hey, so the girl that got to play Aiden is real? Oh, she fine. They spending some money, Breezy. She finding a motherfucker. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Shit, we been giving this game shit. They did one thing right. Look, hold on, Breezy. Hold on. Hold on. Look at her.
Yeah,
Damn. I thought this was just somebody, they mocap for this game. Damn. What's your mama
yeah.
boo boo? Anyway, we here for this right here. So anyway, so um EA has turned off the in-game purchases of Star Wars Battlefront. So we're gonna go ahead and read this verbatim. As we approach the worldwide launch, it is clear that many of you feel there are still challenges in the design. We've heard your concerns about potentially giving players unfair advantages, and we've heard that this is overshadowing an otherwise great game. This was never our intention. Sorry, we didn't get this right. We hear you loud and clear. So we're turning off all in-game purchases. We will now spend more time listening, adjusting, balancing, and tuning. That means the option to purchase crystals in the game is now offline. All progression will be earned through gameplay. The ability to purchase crystals in game will become available at a later date, only after we have made changes to the game. We'll share more details as we work through this. Uh, Osaka gave Oscar, my bad, damn, Gavelson, general manager at Dice. So the phone call was made, Breezy, like we said, and I think we got a win here.
Not
It ain't a
necessarily.
Well, it ain't a full win because the damage has already been done. Now, if they had fixed this shit before the beta, before this week, it would have been cool. But it's still we're gonna see. I ain't jumped online. I just got through seeing Justice League, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. Um, yeah, man. I think this was cool. I think somebody pulled up the EA and said, yeah, we need to fix this because this is gonna stop the sales of our game. This is going to stunt the growth of our game, and yeah, we need to fix it. So they're giving away because they're going to be doing giveaways. It looks like they're giving away graphics cards. They
All
got.
that shit's a tax write-off.
I
Nothing
mean,
meaningful. All that's tax write-off.
I'm saying, Breezy, at least they didn't just say, fuck y'all.
But here's the
going
thing. The microtransactions still exist in Need for Speed.
Yeah, I know that.
All of the other games, they still fucking people over in other games.
I mean, I know that, Breezy, but we gotta count our wins for a win.
No, this ain't a win at all. It's coming back at a later date. That's not a win. A win would be them.
It ain't a later date. This was
saying at the end. If you read the fine print, there, they're saying they will come back at a later date when they've made adjustments. Saying, in corporate speak, hey, everyone's upset right now. We'll wait till the fires die down, make a couple adjustments, and roll the shit back out. They're not saying it's gone completely. Do you understand that EA makes $800 million a year in microtransactions from FIFA alone?
Well, I mean,
so they're not good. This isn't going away.
But see, again, this is still a win because
it's not a win, bro.
Yes, it is, Breezy. Man,
it's not. It's not a win.
Why can't we have it be a win? Because it actually.
Because it's not a meaningful win. It's only a symbolic victory that says, "Hey, yeah, you guys got upset. We're gonna take this away for now. So when y'all calm down, we'll roll it back out, and y'all will be fine."
No. You missing the point when I say win. It's a win that motherfuckers said that gamers could not get together to get some shit changed. We know it's gonna get. We know that it may get changed to switch back at a later time. But the point is, motherfuckers actually got together and got some shit done. Something had happened. Like when motherfuckers go out here and protest and shit don't never change in the outside world. But motherfuckers protested with not only their voices, but with their dollars. Because we're gonna see next week how well this game sells, and I'm telling you right now, EA was looking for let me put some.
I can give you countless examples. We talking about people protesting. Specific police officers having charges brought against police officers for assault and battery and misconduct, and having those officers still get off scot-free. This is not a win. The structure of EA and all of gaming to revolve around microtransactions. This is not a win. They didn't pull them from Need for Speed. They didn't pull them from FIFA. Next year when Madden come out, the shit's gonna be in Madden. This is not a win.
Okay, well, I'm talking about it's at least a win for people saying that gamers don't have a voice. People saying that. Now this is the first instance of this happening, and it ain't gonna be the last. And
it's not really the first, but I guess you could say large scale.
This is the first time that a company yielded, even though it ain't yielded all the way.
Did that for Street Fighter 5? 5. What are you talking about?
No. What happened with that was the game.
Gamers got upset that the game didn't come with a story mode, and everyone was pissed off that they gave them characters that were shit. The balancing was shit, and everyone boycotted Street Fighter 5.
So this is the second, but
freaked the fuck out, and now they're making a Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition.
Hold on. Street Fighter ain't got the scale. Even though
it's not a fucking win, bro. I don't like. It's not a win. It's not at all. It's a symbolic, temporary hold of stay until the heat calms down and they do this shit again. And the people saying gamers haven't gotten together, band together to get some shit changed. Where the fuck have you been? They had the same thing happen with DMC. They had the same thing happen with Street Fighter 5. That the same thing happened with.
I'm saying this is it's not the first time, but I'm saying this is the first time that it got on. When I picked up my phone, it was on USA Today. They got the Belgian gambling commission, the Belgian government, and the gambling administration got together to investigate EA about this shit. Like, this shit has gotten super big. Like, I'm not saying them other battles wasn't a win. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is the biggest, most this is probably the biggest splash that has ever been. So again, we are still, this is my thing is my thing is we still are looking at we still are looking at this, and we're not giving the people that sound at all. Everybody who, them 700,000 people, we gotta give them credit. I mean, it's a start. I'm not saying it's a full blown win to where it ain't gonna happen overnight. As you just said, it went from DMC with them changing the character up a little bit. Then it went over to Street Fighter. Now it has went to Star Wars. And because we had everybody stuck together, and because everybody made their voice and their opinions heard, we got some shit done. It's a start. I'm not saying that everything is gonna be okay and it's over with, but it's a start. It's a start. And then you still gotta realize though, Breezy, the game gonna sell because these people know you right. People wait, the moms that's going into these, because they already going in there Christmas shopping and doing shit early, even before Black Friday. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They just buying shit for their kids so their kids can sit the fuck down and leave their ass alone. Motherfuckers buying shit so their kids when their kids come over for Thanksgiving or the holidays or everybody, they buying shit to get motherfuckers out the way so they can get them in the back, or they can go in the back and drink and smoke and have a good time. You feel me? Motherfuckers ain't really taking that much time to invest what the fuck is going on with games. And games, as mainstream as it is, it hasn't gotten to the level of sports. It hasn't gotten to the level of movies where
it's bigger than those.
Well,
games on average every year earns more revenue than those things.
But we're not talking about games making money, because making money don't necessarily make change though. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, it does.
No, but it does.
Making money does make change.
No, but see, then we go we ain't finna do that bullshit the other niggas we know be saying about sales and all of that.
Well, no, the whole reason microtransactions is a thing is because everyone saw the money Bejeweled Blitz was making from microtransactions. Hence why microtransactions now are a big thing in gaming. The money that Bejeweled Blitz made from its microtransactions is why we have that today. Had Bejeweled Blitz never made that amount of money through microtransactions, we wouldn't even be having this conversation today about Star Wars. So money makes a change.
But I'm saying, this is what I'm saying though, is we are at a point, and I'm not going nowhere, I'm getting up, but we're at a point in gaming history where we gotta, I just feel like we gotta realize the battle that we are partaking in right now. The battle is not just against these companies, it's up against these moms, these kids that's got access to their parents' funds. It's so much shit that's at play here. Bigger than just these companies. We can sit up and be mad all day about the companies. Oh shit. But we as gamers Like we want the retailers and shit. We as gamers got to get out there and educate the public. We can't expect GameStop to go in these motherfucking stores and be like, yeah, warning, this game requires or includes microtransactions and shit like that. You just said it yourself. GameStop ain't trying to the shit even has gotten worse at GameStop. When I went in there to get motherfucking Pokemon, downloadable Pokemon, they had motherfuckers. They were sweating bullets, and I saw the little what's the name of that shit? The Circle of Life shit. It's all on the screens and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all on the screen. So we got to get out here and have the Federal Gaming Commission. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna change. Leave it up to the retailers, the traditional games media. This shit ain't gonna change.
Nobody's saying leave it up to the retailers and let the retailers do what they need to do. Retailers are another corporation. Their whole job is to make money. What happened today, or over the past 3 days now, since this is like a 3-day long event, is when you have this huge outpouring of people and all these other social networks, and then even Twitter, and then it gets picked up by mainstream who is ignorant as fuck, make a broadcast about it like CNN and, as you said, USA Today. Then it reaches the eyes of everybody on a global scale. Then it becomes a, hey, we need to talk about this. What's this thing going on? That's how you get your investigations. That's how you get your restructuring of a law or a ruling of things of that nature. But to just pass this off as, okay, yeah, we have one company who's going to get a slap on the wrist about that is foolish.
I don't think
it's a slap on the wrist. It's going to be a slap on the wrist, dude. Because here's the thing. What gambling constitutes, and if you look at it at the legal sense, gambling constitutes for you to put money in and potentially win. Now, how EA and all these other companies get around this is they say, okay, it's not gambling, because every time you give us $1 or whatever for this random lotto bet, you still win an item. Gambling, sometimes you don't win anything. And so that's their way of getting around it. That's the way they've been doing it to get around it for years. This up in the UK. There was a UK investigation that happened, I believe it was during one of the Shadow of Mordors, or if it wasn't Shadow of Mordor, there was another game that was heavy microtransaction. Because I was doing some reading earlier and whatnot about it, and the UK wanted to investigate them about gambling at one point. So this is not something new. This isn't the first time some organization has said from some other nation that they wish to investigate this shit, because based off of the definition of gambling, technically is doing, from the technical terms and the way the law is running, is not gambling, but we know it is, they know it is. And it's just, if you want this change, you have to have a blanket boycott across every game that has microtransaction.
I mean, even this is the thing about it though, Breezy. That shit ain't gonna happen because motherfuckers ain't gonna stop buying it. Outside of the core gaming group, motherfuckers ain't gonna stop buying this shit.
And the reason that is because everybody, for the most part, or most of the what do you call it, the casual market and the average everyday general consumer who might buy maybe 4 or 5 games a year, and the casual once a year, they're not in it as deep as we are in it, and they don't really care for it like that. None of them do. And the only reason that this is becoming a big thing is because the 700,000 hardcore people said, no, fuck this shit, to which the news media picked it up. So now the general public knows about it, but the casual market is just like, I've never heard of that thing. What's that thing? And so once this all blows over in a couple of weeks, they'll roll that shit back out, and the hardcore is still boycotted. The general eventually will get it, and then the casual will pick it up anyway because they never cared in the first place. So it's not a victory at all. A victory would be like, we're not having it at all, period. We've learned our lesson, and that's not going to happen.
No, it ain't.
So there's a
I'm saying,
blanket boycott.
but I'm saying is if we don't do this shit, got to be constant where motherfuckers is constantly on these social media, constantly on this shit, constantly getting on them. It can't just be a fly by night shit where we just, you know what I'm saying, where it's just this one thing. Motherfuckers got to be going like the fucking Jehovah's Witnesses, going door to door with this shit. Like if we gonna inform, it has to be motherfuckers printing up you know, not pamphlets, but yeah, not pamphlets, but posters and signs and flyers saying don't buy the game. Really going out there telling people don't get it, break it down to where even a child can understand that because I'm telling you, because I do it all the time. I tell the mamas and shit when I heard they buying games for their kids. I first tell them their kids should just get a PC first of all, and then after that I tell them if they gonna still buy them a system, get them the Switch, get them something that they can take everywhere that they like. You know, get them something that's gonna be consistent with the quality. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. Let me see here. It's because of us. EA stock is fall. Okay, cool. That's another thing.
Just no, their stock didn't fall at all. It just fell 2.5%, which is a normal day-to-day range. But if you read what this Arson Bunny person wrote on Reddit, he gives you a full breakdown of how this goes down. And this has been going down like this for I don't know how many fucking years. But what needs to happen is it needs to be a blanket boycott. And that includes the YouTubers, that includes the Twitch streamers, that includes everybody where your daily profession on a regular basis and you are a part of that hardcore community. If imagine if PewDiePie said, okay, I'm not playing because microtransactions. He has 40 million thousand subscribers. His audience active YouTube channel, let's say, is what, 2-3 million users maybe on average. If he made that type of a stand, that's 2-3 million sales. You get somebody like Angry Joe, that's another. You get somebody like Markiplier, that's another 2-3 million. It adds up when everybody in unison locks arms. It doesn't always have to be mainstream, but these YouTubers and some of these Twitch streamers who are directly linked to their community and what's new coming out or what's an indie game coming out, that's one way to really put the pressure on a company. Because the smaller YouTubers look at the bigger YouTubers. The bigger YouTubers have some time with that shit. It takes, but I mean, hell, you can have the Fine Brothers, whose whole channel is reaction channels, have a reaction to microtransaction, have them break it down and explain it in a digestible way, and then have them say, Star Wars. So it's like the option is there, the ability is there. It's just everybody wants to do it. And it's never going to change. We're just going to get to the point where everybody gets tired of fighting. And then what you're going to pay is $60 for the title screen, $25 for the options, $5 for the fucking Hori stick support if it's a fighting game, or a flight controller support or whatever. Another $30 for, your guns and everything else. And it's just like, at that point, I'm checking the fuck out completely. I'm gonna pick up me a fishing rod and I'm be like, okay, time to switch career paths. I'm just gonna drop this whole fucking hobby altogether, because it's just not gonna be worth it at that point. Or I'll just play all my old shit from decades ago.
Again, I think it's gonna get to that point when motherfuckers starts realizing that, okay, I'm astounded 800 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is buying this shit?
FIFA is a world soccer. That's what we're talking about, people.
But why the fuck is motherfuckers buying this shit, man? Buying fucking.
If you go to KSI, go to YouTube, type in KSI. Go to YouTube, type in KSI.
I don't even want to see that shit.
They have card packs that are like $25 a pack for legendary soccer players to have your legendary soccer team. and you pay $25 a card back for like 15, 20 cards, and you only get 1 to 2 legendaries per $25 you be paying for that shit, dude. And they do the same shit in Madden. It's the same exact shit in Madden, and that's how they make so much fucking money.
Out here buying this motherfucking shit. Who the fuck is buying this shit? I mean,
people.
Fuck.
Us. It's casuals, it's general, and some of it is us who want the legendary people to play on our squad. And it's like, it doesn't have to be this way at all, but that's what they do.
But no, I ain't spend no money on no fucking microtransactions.
There's a motherfucker out there right now in Need for Speed, the one that just came out, spending a bunch of money on them cards and can't even like customize his engine and shit like you used to do in Most Wanted. And that was decades ago.
Well, hey, I don't know, man. This shit, $1
million in micro. That's some shit.
Million and fuck. Who the fuck is buying? Nigga, I don't even buy that damn much in Yu-Gi-Oh cards, nigga, and I get to make a profit off them hoes. What the fuck? Who the fuck? Excuse me, y'all. I'm cussing too much. Who the fuck out here? I want to slap the shit out of anybody who paying $25. What's up, Vest? I want to slap the shit out you. I want to slap the shit out your mama, your daddy, because who the fuck buys $25 card packs for a game that ain't even gonna be worth a damn in a year? I want to slap you motherfuckers, man. Who the fuck is buying FIFA cards? I'm reporting motherfuckers' videos right now.
Dude, you think that's bad? The same thing. The same thing. Like, for instance, there was an entire economy. Hold on. I got to type this dude's name to get the Counter-Strike Go. Counter-Strike Go, right?
You know what?
With their loot boxes and their loot crates. There's a whole economy around unlocking loot boxes and loot crates and selling legendary knives, guns, and shit and whatnot. So it's like,
shit, you know what? We got a whole rest of the show. While we got to keep talking about this shit, I can't talk about it for 30, 45 minutes every goddamn show. We can spend 30 minutes talking about this shit. Justice League, y'all. Fuck them reviews. Go see that shit. Fuck them reviews. It's just as good as Avengers, and I'm standing on that shit. Fuck them reviews. Fuck them critics. Fuck that, because everybody is riding the Marvel dick right now, and the Star Wars and the Disney dick right now. You know what I'm saying? They just own that motherfucker. And they do it every time, motherfuckers. They did the same shit to DC and Warner Brothers. They just said, hey, whoever getting the money, they just. They're just on that motherfucker right now. And you got these motherfuckers who ain't never read a comic book in their mother. This is why I agree with you on motherfuckers reviewing shit they don't play. If you bastards ain't played or ain't read a motherfucking comic book in your life, and you're going to see this shit, I'm telling you, it's just like the Avengers, the first one. And you know it's going to be like that because Joss Whedon jumped in there and switched this shit up. And he did a good job. I didn't necessarily care for the villain. I felt like he, just like Loki, you know, without trying to give spoilers, is an appetizer for who we know who coming. It's a lot of shit that's jump started in the movie. I'm not doing the review over here, but go see this shit. Go see this shit, and when you get done, shout out for all the shit we give WB. I know they fuck. I don't even think Shadows of Mordor, Shadows of War, the microtransactions and DLC and all the shit they did was that bad. compared to EA and Activision. Because when I play Injustice, I can keep playing Injustice till my fingers bleed and still get loot. I ain't spent a motherfucking dime, and I probably will though. Just because I could play their games without spending a dime on microtransactions. We give them that, you know, Jim Sterling been giving them, stomping on their ass. But I could play a WB game and get every damn thing without spending a dime. With no cooldown. I wish I had bought this when it came out, because it came with some source crystals, and the source crystals is only for the shaders and the shit like that to make your character look different. It's like Overwatch. And then, you know, if you gonna get the mother boxes, the loot boxes, they give them to you like candy just by playing the damn game. You can get the little the currency or whatever, and you can get the boxes or whatever. But if you play the damn game, they give you the loot and everything else. If you buy this, if you buy Wonder Woman, or when you buy Justice League, they'll probably have some in there so you can get your shaders and all that. And the support goes back into the tournament scene for, because WB, let's just face it, they kicking Capcom ass right now. They kicking their ass. They kicking Tecmo Koei's ass. They the worst of them all. If y'all motherfuckers ain't seen the fucking last final end round, whatever the fuck, Dead or Alive, they got so many damn microtransactions and costume packs and shit. It's crazy. And motherfuckers is buying that shit. Go see Justice League, man. The movie was good. The movie was good. On to the next topic. So Mariah Carey, and I know motherfuckers gonna be mad when they see this shit. Mariah Carey's ex-security team was accused of sexual misconduct. So they can't. So let me explain this to y'all. How this equal rights shit works. Now she has been accused of abusing verbally, and I would say is physically abusing these security guards, right? They would come, they was white dudes, buff dudes at security. She would cuss at them. She would yell at them. And then she would have, she would ask them to do stuff while she's in the nude. Now they suing her, I think, for at least $500. You know, that's their back pay and then court costs and all this hardship and all this other shit. But I don't know about you, Breezy, but I'm about to get up in that motherfucking G. Hey, right, you right along with me. Come on, shit. You right there in Miami. Where's she at?
Yeah.
Need to get up on the treadmill today. Because if Mariah Carey, she ain't with Dick no more. She asked me to come in the room with a fucking see-through negligee on and it's open and ask her to hand me her keys or whatever the fuck. I'm going in there and I'm gonna play like I ain't see shit. And she tried to put it on them. Now I understand, you know, motherfuckers is married, okay? But shit, they give the wrong job to the wrong motherfuckers. Mariah Carey. I'm probably gonna cut this out or make a whole nother video, tweet it to sign your boy up. 100K a year, I'm there. And shit, I'm shit. Wherever you need me to go. Just let me, just let me do this shit on the road. Think we be doing the show. I'm in my motherfucking hotel room You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't work both ways because I think she tried to settle with him, right? This shit finna get settled and thrown out. It is fucked up. It's fucked up, like we said with Kevin Gates. You know, it's fucked up. But nigga, if Mariah Carey called me, I meant, boy, shit. Why is Nick gone? Is this why Nick gone? So is this? I don't know, Vess. I don't know. Maybe, you know, but she always liked her some chocolate. Just saying. She always liked her some chocolate. And I'm as chocolate as, well, I ain't as chocolate as they come. That's a damn lie. But shit, I'm chocolate enough. Breezy, you just sound appalled. Like, nigga, what? You just
well,
sound
I'm just like,
oh.
I just Mariah and all of that is like, yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't do the job, Breezy. Come on, Breezy.
I don't like Mariah like that. I don't like her voice.
But I'm talking about, well, okay, never mind, Breezy. Shit. More money for me. Shit.
Yeah, you can have my share.
Hey, boy. I'm gonna be on the phone like this. Breezy. Be on the phone. Yeah, Breezy, what's up? You be like, what's up with you? I don't know. I mean, boy, yeah, Mariah got to do a show tonight.
Yeah.
What's that in the background? Don't worry about it. Breezy, what? Damn, as you over there? No, I'm gonna have earpiece in, so I'm on. You ain't hear shit. You ain't hear shit. What? We gotta go in 10 minutes. What? Yeah, so
full, bro.
Yeah, after we get back from this concert, we're gonna be at Caesar's Palace. You got the strap on you? Yeah, I got the strap. Yeah, I got the strap on you. On me. What you know I'm security now. Shit, I've been doing this. Yeah. Breeze, I gotta go. Boy, let me tell you. Boy, I be in that motherfucker, boy. I'm telling you. Be in there. Be sitting there all day, every day. Shit. Be on Twitter. Be on Instagram. Yeah, so we in here by Mariah's new album. This the triple final album. Be on YouTube. Subscribers and shit going up. Rent paid forever. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Fucking around. Fucking around. My girl be gone and shit. Be on TMZ talking about I ain't shit.
Ha!
Be on Vlad TV. So you started as let me do Vlad boy. So you started as a YouTuber, a DJ, and a hip hop artist. And you know, you ended up being a Mariah Carey security guard and you got married to her. How was that? Well, you know, being there practicing in an interview like this on the damn. Well, you know, now, granted, like I said, it's fucked up if you marry. That let me quit playing. It's fucked up if you marry and the woman that you're supposed to be protecting is trying to put it on you, knowing you got to go back home and drop your drop your bag and your drawers, and you smelling like some cologne or some perfume she can't even afford. It's some $2,000 perfume that they make over in a whole nother country. She ain't never heard or seen or smelt this shit. You coming in the house, you don't even want to. She ain't even. You know your girl putting it on you, and you don't even want to. You don't even want it no more. You just waiting for the phone call. You ain't. You in the bed like this. Your girl sleep. You just.
Yo, fool.
You just yeah. I mean shit. I'm telling you. I knew a guy who did security for a big artist. I ain't gonna say his name or who he was working for, but he came home band up. So anyway, what else is going on? So Eminem finna drop this album, and he's worried that he won't have the same impact, or he won't feel like if people, you heard the song "Walk on Water." He feel like he ain't gonna be able to live up to the hype, which we know he is. But I think this is like him. This is his version of "Be Humble." Beyonce on the hook. But like with all these mumble rappers out there, I ain't even gonna call them just all these rappers out here today. Do you think people still care about lyricism like they did back in the day? Like for Eminem, uh, hell, Lil Wayne ain't even dropping bars like he used to, and it's crazy. This shit crazy to me. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, Breezy?
Hold on 1 second.
Damn, did Mariah hit you up, Breezy? You answered that. You better forward. You better tell her.
I think it's a case where people don't know that they don't care about lyricism. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you wouldn't know if they're okay. You could take some like, let me use a real world example. Flint, Michigan, with lead in the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
You drinking water, you think it's just naturally clean water. You're just thinking water. But then somebody says to you, oh, well, there's lead in the water. And you're like, lead? Okay, well, whatever. It's just lead in the water. Still water, it tastes fine. But then when you realize the damaging effects lead can have on the body, and it's in your drinking water and your bathing water, and that's what you cook with and everything and consume, then it's an issue. A lot of the people of this generation right now just don't know how crazy and epic and awesome lyricism can be. All they have right now is nothing but mumble rappers, party songs, and stuff like that. But then every now and again, when you do get a song that comes out that has a high amount of lyricism involved with it, we see a reaction from those people who've been pretty much brain dead for the most time, coasting on melodic beats. Because really, it's the beat and the mumbling that's sort of like it gets you in a trance, sort of. And so a lot of these people, I consider these people, unfortunately, it's a very strong term. I consider them brain dead for the most part when they hear this type of music. There's no thinking involved. There's no, oh, he said this line and this means that. It's just, no, they're just, I like Future, but so like that's all they hear and that's what they get trapped on. And I think lyricism still plays a part. I think a lot of the people who have pretty much retired, moved on, or have other business ventures came back, who are like high level rappers with lyricism, came back, and they just had a huge compilation album of all of them together, like sort of like not like the death of autotune, but the birth of lyricism type album or something like that.
Well, I mean, you got Dipset came back. You got
no, I'm talking like a huge compilation album of all the top lyricists. Love, like if they made a huge compilation, I mean, they probably ain't gonna do it because that would be a pain in the ass to clear. It would probably have to be like a mixtape or some shit, and they called it like the birth of lyricism or some crazy shit like that. Like it would totally change. It would totally expose people to shit they never knew about, never heard about, never seen about. But see, everybody in their own lane doing whatever they want, so whatever. But yeah, lyricism still has this part. It's just, you got to introduce it to folks and let them know, like, hey, you like that mumble rap shit? Try this out.
I mean, I think too, like the mumble rappers can put out. They just put the shit out, and I think with Eminem, like the novelty of the white being a dope, amazing, hard working white rapper is like you know has like waned, and I think there's so many white rappers, there's so many mumble rappers, and then they putting out content all the time. That's the thing, it is charting and it's making an impact. And these lyrical rappers, they can't put out shit fast enough. One, because they sampling. Two, like I like Jadakiss a lot, and Fabulous. Like they may not be the top of the top as far as the lyrical rappers, but they've been able to survive because they're able to do their shit the way they do it on the classic beats and the new beats. That's why they've been able to live. And I feel like I mean, Lil Wayne to an extent does the same thing. So like he get on somebody's song, and Drake now in the same way, he gets on somebody's song and he could rip it. He could do the hip hop shit and he could do the mumble rap shit. And I feel like a lot of the lyrical rappers and the battle rappers and all them, they can't. You gotta be able to put out some shit that's gonna, like, first of all, people gonna talk about. Second of all, you gotta come out with that shit in bulk. Like you
No,
can't
you don't
just,
gotta do it in bulk.
no, because we in the digital era. This is why we do the show
You don't have
every
to do
day.
that shit in bulk. And the thing is, the reason a mumble rapper is able to put out his shit in bulk because he ain't talking about shit. Number one, and number two, they using the same exact beat. Every song sound the same. Every nigga is mumbling. It all sounds the same. When you sit
Yeah,
down and you actually put effort into some shit, then it's amazing. It's impeccable. People said it about Kendrick albums. People said it about Big Sean album. People said it about J. Cole album. People said it about Eminem's freestyle. People said it about Snoop Dogg tracks.
yeah, but
People
I'm
said it
saying,
about
but
Dipset
they
tracks.
not. But this is the thing about them, though. They are still they still are they're at a superstar level to where they can afford, like back in the day, Kendrick was putting out hella projects, hella putting out hella music.
Was
But
he
when you get
mumbling?
but no, but when my point of it is they in this digital space, you gotta be consistent. You can't gone are the days of, like Trick Daddy was saying, of you can't um you can't put a project out and then expect but rap it the isn't the rap bar said low. I don't think it said low. I just think
Oh,
people,
it's hella low.
well, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna just bring
I
it to
know
the surface.
anime rappers who rap strictly about anime characters that would shit on 90% of the
But it ain't
rappers right
about
now.
shitting on the rappers. It's about, because you just got to
I'm
saying,
talking about lyricism, and I'm talking
yeah.
they ain't
But
shitty
you
songs,
gotta.
they
But
hot
I mean,
songs.
but I'm saying most of the lyrical rappers nowadays, they can't. It ain't like they putting out.
They busy doing
They,
other shit.
no, but you can't. If music is your thing, this is why I don't like this. I don't necessarily like having this conversation, because they come out with some dope shit. Joe Budden, I mean, Ho Budden can put out. He can rap his ass off, but he focuses on bullshit. He, instead of him putting, he keeps putting the blame on other people why he ain't hot. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got other rappers that's lyrical, that that like Action Bronson, Stally. You don't never hear them complaining about how the game is, because they consistent. They
Action
put out,
Bronson had a fucking TV show for 2 seasons where he traveled the world and stuffed his damn face.
yeah, but see the point,
He had other projects
but
going
see,
on.
it ain't about this necessarily. But see, Action
Tech
Bronson,
Nine put out an album every fucking year.
yeah,
You don't hear him complaining because he's still
Tech
doing
Nine,
music shit.
because he again Tech Nine is consistent. A lot of these other, you can't take
So
two,
you want
3 years.
consistency.
Yeah, you can't do it. I mean,
Okay, so you want consistency.
that's the thing
But
about
here's the thing.
Jay Z is the
You
only,
know,
and Jay Z and Eminem the only two people that can take 3 or 4 years off. That because in
that's
the
not true.
beginning they no that for real. I mean,
That's not true.
outside of Jay Z, Eminem, Wayne are the
Jay
only three
Z,
people, and
Eminem, Wayne,
Nas.
Ludacris,
No,
Nas.
no,
Ludacris
no.
went away for a long time,
Ludacris,
came back and dropped a hot album.
Ludacris.
T-Pain is about to drop a fire ass album, and all he was doing was
out.
featuring and
it's
shit.
It's already
okay.
out.
Ace Hood drops a mixtape every other year, and it's hot fucking fire. Like the talented rappers are out there, they just not getting the radio play.
No. I'm not just talking about talent. I'm not saying about you rapping your ass off. It's got to be, as you talking about trying to be a superstar, trying to captivate the attention.
I'm just saying, put out good music.
No, but
good music ain't got to be mumbling.
No, but what I'm saying is, it ain't just about it's the music business, the rap game. We talking about MCs. We talking about songwriters. We talking about producers. We talking about impact. We ain't just talking about good music. Okay, it's cool. I done made some shit that's jamming. But if everybody ain't fucking with it, is it really that jamming? That's my
point. It depends on. It depends. I mean, if you put out a track, right, and it's hot in your city and your entire state, you do let's say you do 100,000 in your city, your state. You're talking numbers, and it's like, okay, is that considered a hot, successful track, or is that considered a flop because you didn't do as many numbers as
that's different. That's different. But I'm saying we talking about at the top. I'm not saying I still think quality over quantity will come out on top in the end. I agree, but I'm saying I'm just saying it's nowadays that we live in this digital era. The goal is to be consistent and put out shit consistently that is jamming. I'm gonna give you a person who people slept on heavily, but he always, because his antics though, before Joe Budden, a lot of the other people, Charles Hamilton was putting out shit every other week that was jamming, and his buzz was so that he just let the drugs got into him. That's what this set him back. But if he had the fucking, even if his deal with Interscope was bad, because Jimmy Iovine kind of, this and himself, because he was going.
So my question to you is this: if you took, because Jay goes away for a couple years and come back, right? If you took Jay Z's 444 album, and it's like what 13, 14 tracks on there. If you said, okay, for the next 14 years, he put out one song off of his album, would that be considered consistency?
No.
Or would it have to be a song every month?
I wouldn't say every month, but I'm saying with Jay Z, he still jumps on
every 6 months.
Oh, but Jay Z does that though. He jumps on a feature every 3 months is a new Jay track.
So you saying you want consistency as in the public eye? Of making a song?
I'm talking about consistency as far as making an impact. When Jay Z gets on the record,
bro, that's two different conversations.
No, I'm saying it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing because not every verse is gonna be fire. Not every feature is gonna be great. You're not gonna have that much of an impact, bro.
Shit, if T-Pain didn't come out with some shit every month for damn near,
there are T-Pain songs that are nowhere near some of his other songs.
No, but T-Pain got hits on top of hits on top of hits.
But that's not every year.
Yes, that best hit.
That's some of those are features of other people's songs, and then some of him his own songs. So the question is it a hit? But no. Here's the thing: if you're talking about his features, because these are two separate conversations, they really are. If you're talking about features,
Breezy. No, I'm talking about your overall impact. Like another person, Yo Gotti.
But
Yo Gotti keep getting bigger every year because he's consistent. He gives a project.
But you conflating two different things, bro.
No,
you really
are. I'm talking about even with Jay Z. Jay Z came out. He had the mixtape before he dropped Reasonable Doubt. Then he had Reasonable Doubt. Then he had the Firm. Like they had the Firm. Then not the Firm.
If that's the case, Eminem is inconsistent. Because after he dropped the Marshall Mathers Project 2 and disappeared for 4 years to go to rehab, he didn't have shit out. So he was inconsistent. So you can't even put him in the conversation of consistency because he disappeared for 4 years.
But Steve, Eminem had got back when he did disappear now, but still Eminem.
So he can't be in the conversation of consistency.
He can't because
disappeared for 4 years. Based off your definition of consistency,
what I'm talking
he
about
needs to be around every year on every track and be impactful. On your definition,
I'm saying is Eminem put out enough material.
Okay, bro, I'm done.
No, I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm done, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying. Is you get the respect that you earn. And what I'm saying is in a short time period, when you first come out, if you don't build, it's the same thing with Nelly. Nelly don't have to put out that, don't have to.
But you're having a conversation about consistency when you're talking about they have to be on features and they have to put out their own tracks.
They still do
popular.
that though.
Nelly ain't put out a big track in forever. Tech Nine's tracks only go big with his public or when he featured people. But you're saying consistency.
Breezy. But I'm saying that is being consistent. Is if your shit ain't overall, not just the music.
But when I say Ace Hood is consistent, you say he not because he's not mainstreaming.
No. It ain't about because Ace Hood put out 2 albums that was mediocre. He put out an album that was.
But he's consistent. So why is he not in the conversation of consistency? And then you want to name impact?
Come on. But I'm saying it's about impact. It's about legacy. It's about making the hits at that time. It's about consistency. It's about longevity. It's about all them things that make it.
If it's all 3 things, how the hell you gonna feature Jay Z for his consistency when he has years? All he does is a feature on somebody else's hot ass record. It ain't hard to get just a feature on a record that's already hot. No, it ain't, bro. You pay money, you get feature. What are you talking about?
No.
To get a 2 Chainz feature. 2 Chainz feature, $250,000.
No, but it ain't. No, it is hard because everybody ain't getting it.
You bugging.
Jay Z ain't giving out. Ain't giving out them hot ass feet. He ain't jumping on nobody's song. DJ Khaled begged Jay Z, was on Jay Z nuts for 2.5 months. To get him on the damn record, then he ended up doing it again and had to double back to get Beyonce for 2. He had to do that shit. Like Khaled is the example of motherfucker. Is getting motherfuckers to be in demand. He gotta get them. He gotta put them on the record. He gotta get the producer. He gotta do all that. So when Jay Z,
so Ja Rule is consistent.
No, Ja Rule.
Okay, come on, bro. Come on, bro. How you gonna have Nelly be consistent and not Ja Rule?
Because he let a motherfucker knock him out his spot and then turn around and do the same shit,
bro. Get out of here, bro.
We talking about an MC. You ain't supposed to let nobody come in your house and disrespect.
Come on, bro. You crazy?
I'm talking about that's another one. Reputation.
If all of these are different categories.
But that's what makes a superstar, though.
Point, bro.
That's what I'm saying. My point is, if Eminem is putting out a track, because
he wasn't for 4 years, he fell off because he got fucked up on drugs. So he shouldn't fall into the consistent category based off your definition.
But I'm saying though,
it was because he came back with this freestyle.
No, I'm not just the freestyle, not just the freestyle. But Eminem could take a break though, because he put in a amazing amount of work.
He can take a break, but Ja Rule can't take a break.
Ja Rule shit ain't pop when he came out with that "I'm Not Afraid." That shit was jamming. When he came out with the song with Lil Wayne, was jamming. This, he did the 2 tracks with Lil Wayne in 1 year, and it was jamming. He did this thing with Rihanna.
2 Chainz consistent.
2 Chainz is fucking consistent. Yeah, that motherfucker. The 2 Chainz is the epitome of being a mediocre.
Is Run the Jewels consistent?
With a 1 hit, yes, because they keep getting like.
I don't understand that definition.
LP. The definition is if you get on and you stay relevant. Is to get on. This is the thing about it. You got to get hot, get relevant, get on, stay on. Stay relevant, and then your body of work gotta be immaculate. Ja Rule, yes, he is relevant, but his shit ain't banging.
Can someone be consistent strictly through features?
Yeah. Okay. Jay, I just said Jay, another example.
But what if the features are mediocre compared to when they get featured on albums.
But the point of it is they being consistent and they still Jadakiss still charting, Fabulous charting off of fucking mixtapes, and the beat like he gotta get a clearance for the beat that he don't own. He don't own the track from a motherfucker. He doing mixtapes and the beats ain't even his, but the shit is still. Let's see here. It's good. You have to keep releasing stuff. Yes, and the shit has to be impactful. Motherfuckers.
But okay, but see that by your definition, impactful.
I'm saying,
how many people are putting out shit that's not impactful, but you considering them consistent?
I mean,
that's the thing. There's a fuck ton of people in your list that put out shit that ain't impactful, but you consider them consistent. And this is the hypocrisy in that shit. So it's like it don't work.
But I'm saying but this is the argument of everybody, including you, Breezy, niggas who fuck this new rap shit. I ain't fucking with this shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Okay, I like Future. I like Future. I'll keep it real. Future a mumble rapper. I like Future. I like Designer. Keep it 1000. I do. I like both of them. A lot of they shit ain't impactful. But they consistent.
Future shit is every time this shit drop. It ain't, and even the shit that ain't even as hot as his like big singles still is hot because
it's not as impactful.
But I'm saying it's a balance. It ain't gonna always be. It's just like
okay, so then say it doesn't matter about impact as long as you're consistently putting out music. Because when you tie impact into it, a lot of these people get cut out of.
But I'm saying if you consistent and you have a bar, you have quality. When you're consistent and you have quality, motherfuckers know that at least one song on your project, like you just named Ace Hood. I fuck with Ace Hood as a person, his music,
and he's consistent.
But
he's consistent though.
No, but ain't nobody sitting up. We're gonna play his new Ace Hood in the club.
Bro, he made mixtapes because he ain't been able to put out an album in forever, but he's still consistent as an artist. See, now you're going back to the impact shit.
He could have put out the album if he wanted to.
You going back to the impact shit, bro. See, now you cherry picking shit.
No,
because first it was.
Why do we? Okay,
like okay, you consistent.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Drake. Let's think about Drake.
Every Drake song ain't impactful.
But Drake.
He's consistent, but it ain't impactful. Not every song.
But Drake have at least one song every year that everybody is unanimously fucking with. He does numbers. He is popular. He is the topic. He do other shit. He acting now again. He finna do a Netflix series. He finna be in a couple of movies. He got his artist. Not his artist, but yeah, he got an artist out that's popping right now. What's the nigga name? Shit, I'm trying to remember his name. Party Next Door. His producers is sought after. Like motherfuckers is like his producers and shit. Motherfuckers can't even get beats and shit from them like that. Like they only doing shit with Drake, and it's like when Drake do some shit, everybody, the whole world stop. Nicki, the same way. Nicki ain't had a hot fire solo track by herself, but she get on these features. I mean, I can say the same shit about Jadakiss. Jadakiss ain't had a Y in a minute, but when you hear Jadakiss, you be like, shit, too short. E40, motherfuckers like that. You can put
E40 ain't have. Wait, okay, perfect example.
E40 had.
E40 went away for a long time.
He ain't went away. He kept putting shit out.
E40 consistent.
He ain't went away from no long time. Niggas still put out album every year.
Wait. Is he consistent though?
Yeah.
I would say all right. Listen, I'm putting this back in your face though. Right? How can he be consistent? How can he be consistent?
He do have he have a hit or he have a song that motherfuckers.
Bro, you making excuses now?
No, ain't no excuses. Like they just get like Juicy
I'm
J.
trying to tell you.
Juicy J.
I'm trying to tell you. You can use Juicy J. You say he consistent. Your definition of consistent. But see, this is the thing.
But I'm saying, motherfuckers, if motherfuckers taking a song, right?
No, your definition of consistency. Yeah. I'm gonna hold your definition of consistency. Your definition of consistency that you have stated multiple times is that you are featured on a song or you put out a hot song. Now you're changing it to say if a mother now you're changing it. Now you're changing it to say if a person samples your shit, they're consistent. That's two different conversations.
I'm saying, this is I'm gonna just make this short. If you are, I'm trying to get you to understand it. So this is from my frame of an artist that is popping, that stays popping and stays relevant. If you have to have something that people are going to come back to. You have to have something. It's either one of these things. It's not, because when we talk about the T-Pains, when we talk about the Lil Waynes, the Nellies, the Jay Z's, these people have legacy, and they may have new records, or they might be torn off the old records, but we still talking about them. We still mention them. If I have to, like Ace Hood, I don't even be thinking about Ace Hood until motherfuckers bring up Ace Hood.
Same can be said for me at E40.
I mean, but E40 still out here selling. Just like
same for me and Too Short.
I mean, but still selling out shows, still doing shows. Every time I look around, I see E40, I see Too Short, I see Project Pat, I see A-Ball and MJG. I see motherfuckers on the road constantly. A-Ball, MJG been here 4 times in St. Louis alone. Project Pat been here 3 times alone. Too Short been here 2 times this year.
But you realize now you're talking about touring.
No, I'm talking about as let's see here. Joe, he put a big.
Now you're talking about touring, bro.
Well, okay. What I'm saying is, instead of saying consistency, I'm gonna say legacy. Legacy and / iconic, because if somebody more than just me and you is thinking about them to where they can still sell out shows whenever they drop a track, motherfuckers is talking about it, or people when they do dumb shit like Trick Daddy and Joe Budden and all them, motherfuckers still bring them up and what they've done prior. I consider it as iconic. But if I gotta sit up there and think about a motherfucker like I did with Party Next Door, and I fuck with Party Next Door, but it's like you not that iconic to where your name just, you know what I'm saying? Ace Hood. I hadn't heard Ace Hood since he did that damn Breakfast Club interview. He put the mixtape out. I listened to it one damn time. The shit went away. But when we talking about the dudes that have legacy / longevity, Lil Uzi Vert been out 5 years and ain't fell off. Migos been out 5 years and ain't fell off. Lil Yachty been out 2-3 years and he ain't fell off.
And it's interesting. You named motherfuckers signed to a label who pushing them.
Okay. Jay Z owns the motherfucking label. Still ain't fell off.
Jay Z is a label. That motherfucker rich as fuck.
Exactly. But what I'm talking about is Gucci Mane, Jeezy. Gucci Mane threatened the label that he was gonna go independent. They gave him $10 million because they know the motherfucker still made Boosie. People that I can automatically just. Cameron. When Cameron come out, put a mixtape out, and the whole fucking world is watching. The whole fucking world is watching. Cameron ain't got no label.
So now our conversation is body of work. Body of work.
Not just body of work, but just when I say legacy, all them things and being.
But legacy includes body of work.
All them things, exactly. All of what I'm talking about goes into legacy and being an icon.
So MC Hammer's an icon.
Yeah, he's still.
Vanilla Ice is an icon.
Motherfucker still put him in a fucking commercial. Motherfucker still Ice Baby, and you still hearing it at the motherfucking car wash. You still hearing Can't Touch This at the cookout. You still hearing. I mean, shit. It's certain shit that is iconic. It's iconic. It ain't gonna never go away. But if it's a motherfucker that got a couple of hits, and I still remember fucking Lou Bega. We're gonna talk about one hit wonders. Lou Bega, MC Hammer, fucking Vanilla Ice. We still Cupid Shuffle. We still know
that's
those.
T-Pain song, wasn't it?
No, that was Cupid. T-Pain, not T-Pain. What's the motherfucker? T-Pain just got more than one. Who had a hit that was just like
I give you
undeniable.
somebody I know you probably ain't looking for like that. Plies.
But hold on, Plies got out of that recently. Like Plies dropped a song.
Florida.
Florida, same way, still dropping shit like Pitbull, motherfuckers like that. But they still got an artist. Tech Nine. I put them over there with Tech Nine.
But
you ain't
see,
talking about.
The thing is,
but I'm saying they still are able. They have some type of relevance to where we just. Ace Hood ain't got that shit though.
Yes, he does. He does. His mixtapes always do.
We ain't, but Ace
Plus
Hood.
downloads.
But all the people we just named.
Motherfuckers ain't checking for Florida like that in Florida. Florida crossed over into that hip hop shit. Next thing we know, he was touring overseas with a bunch of white chicks.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this: every artist,
still a rapper.
Yeah, every artist
has the same thing.
Every artist has
Drake still
fan base that they can always cater to. That'll always be a thing.
But I'm saying we still not even just the fan base, but the fact that we sitting up here. Look at this. Hold on, look at this shit right quick. So, and they can fell off, but I'm saying Ace Hood ain't felt like Plies fell off, right? And when he put out, where is it at? Ritz Carlton. He came back. This was just last year. And then he took like a 3 or 4 year break, and he was still doing shows off his old shit. And all it took was
Ace Hood still does shows off his old shit.
Ace Hood,
he does.
Ace Hood
he still does
shit though. I ain't fucking with Ace Hood like that though. That's what I'm trying to get.
So then the conversation is who are the artists that you follow that you consider are consistent and not ones based off of consistency?
But I'm just saying, let's look at
definition is too fluid, bro. You're doing some Bruce Lee type shit.
No, but I'm saying, look at this shit. Look at this shit right here though. Look at consistency. Look at the when Plies.
Bro, you can pull out Ace Hood songs. You can go right now and type in Ace Hood songs and get all his songs from 2014 back where they were hot songs.
Ace Hood.
Look at that. Hustle Hard. Bugatti. Like I walk up and
he had 3 songs that was actually
2 weeks ago. 1.7 million, bro.
But
2 weeks ago.
Hold on. Let's go back. That's 1.7.
So now you're doing number count. Now you're changing it. Now you're changing it to fit yourself, bro. Get out of here, bro.
I'm saying, but it ain't about number count. It's about motherfucking Plies. And not only does Plies drop a high video, Plies is a fucking comedian now. Like Plies that cross over. I'm just saying. How many times you seen Plies got a whole series of videos that he just put the shit out. Go Nino Brown ain't he a rapper, right? Now Nino Brown ain't got a hot song, but this nigga is a hell of a motivational speaker. This nigga got video. I'm just saying, like,
bro, you proved my point, bro.
I'm just saying, like, I'm saying, but we still consider him as a rapper though. We look at him as a rapper. The point of it is, the perception of it is, he's still popping because he's a rapper. Not only he's a rapper, he's a motivational speaker, and a businessman.
Method Man's a rapper. Redman's a rapper. MF Doom's a rapper.
But those people you just named, the world stops when Wu-Tang put an album out. Or when Wu-Tang does something. The world ain't stopping on Ace Hood. I'm sorry.
But but you know why that reason is.
Don't say it's a fucking label. Don't you say it's a fucking because Plies, the same shit can be said about Plies.
Plies was on the label.
But Plies didn't have no hit for years, and he just kept putting music out. Okay,
but see this. So now the conversation is back to consistency.
But then while he's putting music out, he's making funny ass videos. And then he just happened to put out
to other shit. Bro, you got to pick one. You got to pick one.
I'm saying,
you either got to say you need to have tracks. You need to say
you exceptional. You a legend and you iconic when you put out. It's gonna be good. Okay, so we agree. Eminem is gonna be good when he comes back. I believe so, but I'm worried though because Relapse and Rehab, while they had big songs, they had the Ace Hood effect that were because he took so long off. and he's done it twice. And when Eminem is worried about the shit selling and doing well.
But oh my god,
we should be worried about.
I don't think there's nothing to be worried about Eminem about, because the only reason Eminem is worried is because he looks out into the audience and he see a bunch of motherfuckers mumbling. Mumble rap. I actually talk. I have actually the words you can follow.
But Jay Z came out.
Jay Z don't give a fuck.
But he #1 album within.
But Jay Z, listen, Jay Z is his own label. He don't give a fuck. He can push his shit as much as he want. He can buy all the billboards in New York. Jay Z don't give a shit. Then his wife is also top of the fucking Beehive. She don't give a shit either. Beyonce can make an album strictly. She can make a music video of herself sitting down eating watermelon, legit watermelon, not that sexual shit she was mentioning. Legit sitting down eating watermelon, and it'll get 10 million views because of her stardom and her star power of the years that she's been in this industry performing and being pushed. And that's the thing. When you're talking about consistency and being in the public, but see, you have to acknowledge though, if you're going to acknowledge their stardom, you have to also recognize that they were pushed by a label.
But it ain't necessary. They're not.
Yes, they talented.
They own the label.
Yes, they talented.
They pushing the label. It's the same thing with Tech 9 though. Tech 9 owns his
label.
Tech
9 is his own. But see, listen. With Tech 9 built his fandom for years, and for years, Tech 9 and all his albums says.
But Breezy, I just killed your argument because Plies was on the label, and when nobody fucking with Plies, and Plies just on Instagram, he got his following up on Instagram, and then he came out with this shit right here.
I'm gonna explain the shit. I'm gonna explain the shit with Tech, and then I'll explain the shit with Plies. With Tech, Tech has always said, Tech will never go mainstream, mainstream will go Tech. And Tech 9 has always done what his fans explicitly wanted from him. Day one, never stopped, never changed up.
Look.
When Tech finally went mainstream was when Wayne wanted to work with him. Plies has always been a hot Florida rapper. Always been popular in Florida. He stretched his legs. He got his legs stretched and managed to cross over when he started featuring on a bunch of people's shit. Even Plies himself admits this. He said, look, I was on my label. They were putting my albums out, but I wasn't really crossing over. It wasn't until I started doing features that people started looking for me. Even he fucking admit that. And who did he do a feature with? Somebody that was pushed heavily on the fucking label.
Okay, but see, but Plies then fell off. We'll admit that Plies fell off for like 5 years, probably even longer. Plies came back. He was on the label. They wasn't doing shit with him. And he got himself an undeniable hit all by himself. No T-Pain, no Akon, nobody behind him, no Cali, nobody. And he did it. And the label ended up getting behind it. He was sitting on the label. T-Pain just put out his album.
This is his own label as well.
Exactly. But T-Pain
T-Pain had to build to that.
But see,
he pulled the Tech.
That's my point. So if a lot of these lyrical rappers though don't be building it to that. I mean, it's shit. It's
your point changes so damn much, like the damn days.
But my point of it is, if we talking about being a legend, an icon, a star, the fact that Ace Hood and Party Next Door ain't ain't there yet, and they not relevant to the grand scheme of things, to where it feel like you could feel it when motherfucker, and even Sharif or Safari. But my point is, he got to do dumb shit, got to wear fur coats, and he
ain't got to do none of that shit. And the next thing you got to understand, some of these motherfuckers just ain't that good. Yeah. Not everybody is that good. You know, Plies ain't that great by himself. Ace Hood is a talented lyricist, but honestly, most of his songs are not that great.
Hold on right quick. Vest, shout out to Vest for coming in, always showing love. Make sure y'all, I'm finna share her channel. Make sure y'all go and y'all check her out real quick. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Matter of fact, y'all see, I don't want to mess up her name because I did it because I'm gonna get it. I'm bad with names until I start seeing it over and over again. Vicina. Is it Vicina or Vicina? Make sure, because I want motherfuckers to get my name right, damn it. So I want to get everybody else's name right. So matter of fact, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna go ahead on and just show her channel because she been showing mad love, and we gonna get up with her later on down the line. If y'all want to support the show, make sure y'all comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video everywhere. Uh, we got PayPal, Patreon, partner, BeatsandBits.com is coming soon, y'all. I had to sit down and I wanted to make sure that when I put the site together, um, that go ahead and subscribe to her too. I wanted to make sure that notifications bill too. I wanted to make sure that we had content coming at a constant pace. This is why we're doing the show. So we got over 50 shows, I know, because we've been doing this daily. I wanted to make sure that we show love to the people that show love to us, and we want to pay the people that that have dope content, to have shine, give people, because a lot of times people's output is because of output is directed by their input. If they feel like they ain't that good, Breezy, or they feel like they ain't, popping, it shows. And that's what motherfucker. Everybody has an opportunity to make a hit, but they got to be able to believe in themselves to do it. They got to be with a label or without a label, because the label could put money behind you. You could be doodle stains and booty butt cheeks, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to dig deep and put it and go in your inside your bag and inside yourself and make things happen. Because motherfuckers ain't gonna sit up and ain't gonna
that
give.
that's facts. That's facts though. But
That,
like,
so in short, Eminem is afraid. I'm afraid of the album if it's not good, because I'm the same way. I like putting shit out when it's good and when it's ready. But unfortunately, in the climate that we live in, and now when people's look back, we could go from the beginning to the end. Back in the day, motherfuckers could be lyrical, it could be hot or lyrical and hot, but they couldn't have longevity. They could have longevity because the labels control the narrative. Now that we control the narrative with these phones and these tablets and these computers and shit didn't change. So all I want to, and then my next question is this Jay Z and Beyonce album gonna be fire? Because with all the shit they've had, because you got to think people are people too, and now they had all this controversy. Now, if they put the album out now, it would look like shit was planned or was staged. You know what I'm saying? They got. Do you think they'll be able to capture the magic that they had on their last collaborations? And then we're gonna get up out of here. We've been going in.
yeah, it's
So,
gonna be fine.
do you think they should just stick it out with them? And the producers, no features or nothing like that, because I feel like they have enough to where they, just like Jay Z did, they could carry their whole album.
Well, both of them are incredibly talented. They don't need features, none of that shit. They can do it themselves.
All
They
right.
absolutely can do it themselves. They are both. You don't reach the top by being mediocre,
Mm-hmm.
And Jay and Beyonce are not mediocre by any stretch of the imagination. They both, even if if they started in today's generation of just you can do everything yourself, you don't really need anybody behind you pushing you, they would still, I think, separate themselves from the pack and get to the top easily, because that's just how much talent they both have as writers, rappers, singers. Although I ain't never heard Jay Z sing, I heard Beyonce rap before. So it's just like there's so much talent in them that they would easily still trounce the competition. And the only reason they don't do what they really could do is, they want to enjoy themselves now because they've been working all their lives. Nothing wrong with that.
I agree. So this is Beast of This podcast. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot of dope, amazing content. We got the show we do every day. Go ahead, make sure y'all like, comment, favorite, subscribe for the one time. Share this mug, hit the notifications bell so you know we upload and go live. This is Beast of This podcast. Killzown Breezy. And once again, if you want to support the show, if you want to change the status quo of games and hip hop journalism and media and entertainment medium as a whole. Uh, Go ahead, hit the. Let me show y'all real quick. Y'all can hit these links right here. Y'all can hit the super chat right here at the uh, during the entire show, the live show. You could either, I think you can super chat online. All your donations and proceeds go to um, supporting the show. Patreon, I will be updating this link. We will be doing giveaways. We will be everybody who is on beatsandbits.com here in the future. Everybody will get paid. We're not as supported, so in order to keep the show as real and as raw as possible, we have we have stopped taking ads and support the real. If everybody screams about good hip hop and they don't buy it, everybody wants good games, solid games, and they don't support them when they come out. Or supports game companies that do right by the consumer. Everybody wants equality and fairness, but they don't take the time to invest into see see that vision or that mission or that dream become a reality. So and let's go ahead. Let's get the likes up on the video. That's free. Commenting is free. Shout out to Vest that came through, Joe that came through. All of that. Let's go ahead and support. Let's go ahead and support each other. I support people on YouTube like O'Shea Duke Jackson, Steve the Dean Williams. I support podcasts, Geekly Podcasts. I support local businesses, conventions. Shout out Mo Game Con, uh, Game Haven, STL. You know, and just pay it forward because that's the only way things is gonna change. And when you agree, Breezy.
Yeah.
So we out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Beats and Bitch podcast. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the channel, and we out. Peace.